My mother-in-law is Kayla. She is a woman who is not only entitled but also selfish. Now, I thank the heavens that my husband, Ian, is actually a great guy, and overall Kayla never tried to poison me or something, but she did have a habit of stealing from me. The stealing problem started after I married Ian. Before that, I only met Kayla sometimes and didn't spend long hours with her. But after marriage, she was around me 24/7. She started to live with me and Ian after losing her house to solve credit card debts. So she is a thief and a spendthrift. Ian decided to house his mother and drive some sense into her. Instead, she became a big problem for me. She used to regularly steal from my purse and feign ignorance when confronted. Trust me, I tried my best. I caught her red-handed and said, "Kayla, I heard you come into my room when I was in the shower. I know it was you because you are the only one who wears heels in the house. I know you took money from my purse."
"How dare you say that, Abby? I didn't steal anything. Ian, look at that! Your wife is accusing me of stealing. All she does is spend money on her own mother and then accuse me of theft."
"My mum is sick, Kayla. She needs help right now, and this has nothing to do with your stealing. You need to own up to your mistake and give me my money back."
"Abby, leave it be. I'll give you the amount that is missing." "Mum, I have told you countless times to stay away from Abby's things. You can ask me for money. There is no reason to steal."
Ian did believe me but didn't want to fight with his mum. Technically speaking, there was no solid proof that Kayla stole the money. But we knew it was her. Still, we couldn't do anything to punish her. After talking to her multiple times, we knew that she just won't stop. It was starting to take a toll on me. With my mum being sick and needing financial help, every penny was important to me. So when Kayla nonchalantly stole from me just to buy luxury goods, it made me pissed. Ian wasn't much help either. Sure, he did give me back the money, but that didn't make Kayla stop. But all this was about to end soon. It started with a small mishap. With Kayla's stealing ways, I always kept my credit card handy instead of having cash. So, when I went out with my friend from college, we mistakenly swapped credit cards while making dinner payments. We realized that only when we went back home. Now, you may think about how we ended up swapping cards. Well, the friend and I kinda have the same name, just spelt differently. Her name is also Abby, ending in IE. She went to college with both Ian and me, and all of us were good friends. And we were good friends with her husband Felix too. I noticed the mishap when I came home, and my friend called me to inform me about it. She was making home renovations and needed her car to pay for stuff. That's how she realized the mistake. Well, I told her that we would exchange cars the next day. All good, right? Imagine my surprise when I couldn't find the card the next morning. While I was looking for it, Abby called me. "Abby, did you use my credit card for something?" "No, I actually cannot find it in my purse. I'm at home and still looking for it. I'm sure it'll be around here somewhere." "Well, someone stole my card and spent $50,000 on it. I am freaking out. I thought it was you making some emergency payment." No, I swear I didn't use it. I don't even know where it is right now. I am still looking." "Oh God, what do we do now?" I was really scared because I didn't know where her card was. I knew Abby trusted me and wouldn't misunderstand me. Still, it was like a punch to my gut. I was looking for it frantically but couldn't find it. I also called Ian to ask if he had taken it by mistake. It wasn't him either. Just when I was going insane with worry, I heard someone come into the house. I saw that Kayla had entered the house with her arms full of shopping bags. And those bags were from designer stores. Believe me when I say that my eyebrows hit the roof of my head. I was baffled as to how Kayla managed to shop for such expensive goods. She looked very proud of herself too. I really couldn't help but slip up the question. "Wow, you did a lot of shopping, I see. Did you win a lottery or something? Sorry, forget it. It's none of my business.
Here is your card, Abby. I forgot to tell you that I took it to go treat myself a little. I've been feeling down and went to buy a few things.
What? So, you are the one who took the card? Are you insane, Kayla? Who gave you the permission to touch my card?
Don't act so rude, Abby. You already have lots of money and don't like to share. I did what I had to do. Besides, this is my son's house, and everything here belongs to me, including your credit card.
Woman, just because this is your son's house, that doesn't mean you can take whatever you want. You spent 50,000 frickin' dollars on that card. What did you even buy?
You know, a few designer bags, as you can see here. These can cost quite a bit. You would know if you had any taste. Oh yes, I got a new car too. Mine was looking a little old, so I went and got a Mazda convertible. I've been eyeing it for a while. I knew you had the funds.
Kayla, I was saving money for my mother's treatment. It is not fun money for me. Even if it was, you have no right to spend it. You need to return everything and get rid of that stupid car.
Absolutely not. If your mother is getting money from you, I should too. You married my son, which means you are married into my family, and you should be spending money on your family.
My mother needs that money, Kayla. She needs it for treatment while you are asking for money to buy fancy things. There is absolutely no comparison, and you still don't deserve my money. Return everything and get the charges reversed.
I won't. Do what you want to do, Abby. This is my stuff now, and I deserve to enjoy it.
Kayla said that and sauntered away to her room. I was absolutely dumbfounded by this entire thing. After my initial shock wore out, mischievous laughter began to rise within me. I actually ended up laughing for a few seconds before regaining my composure. My mother-in-law sure knew how to get herself in trouble, and this time there would be no way for her to escape. I took out my phone and called my friend. Abby picked up and I said, "The mystery has been solved, Abby. I found the card thief and I got back the card as well. I know who spent $50,000 of your money and on what." "Seriously, girl, tell me who did it." God, I was so freaking scared for a whole day. I was shaking from panic. Tell me what happened. It was my mother-in-law, Kayla, who took it. She bought a bunch of designer bags and a brand new car, thinking that it was my card. Are you freaking kidding me? What is wrong with her? I don't for once believe that you allowed your stupid mother-in-law to spend your money. I didn't, actually. She thinks using my money is her birthright or something. You know, she said that since I was paying money for my mum's medical bills, I should be spending money on her too. She gave me all the, "we are family, so I deserve your money" bullshit. This is absolutely nuts, Abby. Your mother-in-law is a frickin' psycho. Does she do this often? Unfortunately, yes. She had stolen cash from me before. That's why I rarely keep them around the house. Ian knows and returns the money from his pocket. He doesn't want to deal with his mum's fake tears. But this time she won't get away with this behavior. And it will open Ian's eyes to how horrible your mother-in-law is. I'm not sure I will let her go that easy. My husband wants to file a police report. When they find out that it was your mother-in-law, the cops will be at your house to arrest her. What do you want me to do? I want your opinion first. I told Abby that I needed to talk to Ian first. Look, I knew what I wanted. I wanted revenge against Kayla and more. But I also had to take Ian's feelings into account. I really didn't want him to misunderstand me in any way, so I called him to tell him everything. I said, "Ian, your mum is in big trouble. She has committed fraud. We found out she is the one who took Abby's card and spent $50,000 on it." It was Kayla.
What? No, Mum wouldn't do something so stupid and illegal. I don't believe this. How did you even come up with this theory?
It's not a theory, and I didn't come up with anything, Ian. Your mum told me this herself. She took Abby's card thinking that it was mine. She even returned the card to me just now.
Mum took the card and spent $50,000? What the hell did she even buy? My God!
Purses and a brand new Mazda convertible. That's what she bought. Apparently, since I was paying for my mum's treatment, she thought she was entitled for my money too.
She said that to you? God. This is just getting worse and worse. What is wrong with my mum? This is unbelievable.
Abby wants to file a police report, Ian. If she does, Kayla gets arrested. To avoid that from happening, Kayla would have to repay her the $50,000 she stole, and she needs to do it today. Kayla is unwilling to return everything. She doesn't know that she took the wrong card.
There's no way Mum would ever come up with that kind of money. Oh, what do we do?
I thought about it for some time. There was a chance that Abby would stop her husband from filing a report if Kayla promised to pay back the money. But since she has no job, it will fall on me and Ian's shoulders to shell out the money. And there was no way either of us would give away so much cash for Kayla. Even Ian had his limits. We also knew that Kayla would never repay us the money. So we made a decision and I called back Abby. I said, "You know what, Abby? Go ahead. File a police report. I want Kayla punished. That's why I called you as soon as possible. Because I wanted you to do something. But still, I needed to talk to Ian and be on the same page." He agrees with me. It's time Kayla learns a lesson. So your husband has been reformed. Nice work, Abby. I must say that you made the right decision. My husband always says that we shouldn't let criminals get away with their actions, even if they are family. I'm glad you recognized that. I'm glad you trusted me enough to know that it didn't extort money from you. Do what you want, Abby. Make a police report and get Kayla arrested. We will be kicking her out anyway. Abby seemed happy that I wanted her to file a police report. Ever since she married a police officer, she has been keen to make criminals face consequences. Yes, her husband is a police officer. This means that there was no way Kayla would escape her karma. While she was happily trying on her haul and enjoying her brand new fashion accessories, the cops were coming to our house and so was Ian. He was pissed, so there are multiple surprises in store for Kayla. Within an hour, a group of officers arrived at the house. Felix was also with them. He came in through the door as I had graciously called them inside. He looked at me and said,
"So, ready to make your mother-in-law face the law?"
"I've been ready for a while, Felix. I'm glad this is finally happening. Sorry for the inconvenience, though."
"Nah, you're doing a lot for us. This is our problem now. You don't have to apologize. Go ahead and call your mother-in-law. We'll be waiting here."
I took this chance to loudly call Kayla downstairs. She responded that she was coming. As she was coming down the stairs, I saw that she was wearing the brand new clothes she had bought. She was probably trying to show it off to me and didn't realize what she was walking into. Once she saw the police officers, she did a double take. I could tell that she was nervous as hell. With her confidence now gone, she said in a small voice, "Hello, officers. What is going on here? Is there a problem?"
"Yes, ma'am, there is a big problem. I assume you are Kayla, Abby's mother-in-law? We've been looking for you."
"That's right, that's me. What is wrong, officer? Why are you looking for me?"
"You need to come with us, ma'am. You're being arrested for credit card theft."
"What? Well, there must be a misunderstanding, officers. I didn't steal anyone's credit cards."
"We have proof that you were using someone else's credit cards without permission. I believe that you have spent $50,000 today on that card. We have solid information along with CCTV footage from stores."
"What the hell, Abby? You called the cops on me? How could you do that? I already informed you that I used your card. You need to clear this misunderstanding with them. Officer, I just used my daughter-in-law's credit card, but I did have permission. She's just trying to trap me by denying that she gave me permission. Believe me, she's just wasting your time. I even gave her a card back. Why don't you ask her to show the card?" Kayla thought that she was being smart by trying to fool the cops. She had no idea how badly she messed up. I promptly gave Felix a card, and that made Kayla look at me smugly. She thought that she would get away with this again, and she was already plotting revenge against me. But what Felix said next threw her off completely. He said,
"Ma'am, do you confirm that this is the credit card you used to shop?"
"That's right, this is the card."
"Ma'am, this is not your daughter-in-law's card. This is my wife's card. Her name is Abby as well. You see, my wife and your daughter-in-law share the same name and are friends."
"What? I don't understand. What's going on?" Seeing The confusion and sheer panic on Kayla's face was priceless. Since she looked so lost, I decided to help her understand the situation. I said, I went out with Abby last night and by mistake we took each other's cards. I was planning to return it before you managed to steal it. You didn't realize that the name was spelled differently. So basically, you have fraudulently used my friend's card to make those purchases. That's right, and I'm pretty sure my wife didn't authorize you to use the card. So you will be arrested for stealing a card and using it without authorization. Oh my God, I didn't know, officers! I swear I didn't know, I swear! Kayla was in full panic mode and trying to make out a way in which she would get out of this situation. Sadly, there was nothing she could do. Felix was a tough cop and wouldn't give in to her fake tears. Kayla was full on bawling when Felix told her to turn around so that he could put handcuffs on her. That's when Ian walked in as well. Kayla thought that this was her chance to make me look bad and avoid getting arrested. She cried loudly and said, Ian, look at what your witch wife has done. She tricked me into using her friend's card and has now made the cops arrest me. Do something, Ian. What do you want me to do, Mum? I know you have a habit of stealing money from Abby. You've done this countless times before. Every time I gave her money to make up for your mistakes, I don't have any doubt that you took the credit card without permission. I know you, Mum. I swear I didn't know it was her friend's card. Ian, you have to believe me. Even if you didn't know, you had no right to use someone else's credit card just because you found it near you. Abby has told you multiple times to stay away from her property. Hell, even I warned you about it. Still, you stole from her and gave the worst possible excuse ever. I could have called the cops even if it was my wife's card. Oh, okay, look, son, I am so sorry. Please don't get me arrested. You must know this officer. Please talk to him and do something. You can't let your mother get arrested. Absolutely not, Mum. You have committed a felony. This is absolutely unacceptable. I've put up with your behaviour for a long time and let my wife suffer as well. I won't allow this anymore. I'm done. After you come back from the police station, you can get your own place. I'll be giving you an eviction notice. Enough is enough. If you can't respect me and my wife in my house, you have no place here. Officers, you can take her away. I am done. Hearing that, Felix snapped the handcuffs on Kayla. Kayla couldn't believe her ears when Ian told her that she would be kicked out soon. She burst into tears and started to plead with him to not do this to her. She began pleading with Ian and Felix even as he was dragging her away. When she finally saw the police car outside, her knees gave out and she collapsed from shock. I guess she finally realized that she was going to jail after all. The cops had to help Felix take her to the police station. After Kayla was taken away, I and Ian had a serious discussion about what we would do with Kayla. I asked him again if he was sure about kicking her out and cutting contact. Look, I didn't want her in my house, but I also didn't want to make Ian sad. But to my surprise, he said that his decision was final. He has had enough of Kayla's shenanigans. It did give me a lot of relief to hear that. Ian also apologized for not handling the situation sooner and letting it escalate. I forgave him, of course. He was willing to change, and that's all I wanted. I know you are curious about what happened to Kayla. Well, she stayed in jail for a whole night. Then she paid bail out of pocket and got out to return all her bags and clothes to get her money back. The deal with the car was a bit more complicated. That was mainly why the police case was made. It was the only way to get that charge reversed. Kayla is still in a lot of legal trouble, and a state attorney is representing her. She was also served an eviction notice by Ian as soon as she returned home. She cried and begged us for a chance. She said, "Ian, please don't kick me out. I'm your poor old mother. Where will I go?" This is not my problem, Mum. I let you stay with me and took care of you. Instead of being happy with what you have, you decided to steal from us. I'm appalled to know that you stole from my wife and compared yourself to her sick mother. How could you be so mean? I am sorry, Ian. I'm sorry, Abby. I shouldn't have said that. Abby, please ask Ian to forgive me. I don't think I will be doing that, Kayla. You've betrayed my trust multiple times. Also, you have shown no remorse after repeatedly stealing from me.
You also crossed a major line when you brought my sick mother as an example. Honestly, it was downright disgusting. I understand my mistake, Abby. I promise this won't happen again. Please don't do this to me. We didn't really want to hear her fake promises anymore. We knew her well enough to know that she would be back to her mooching ways if we forgave her. So, we decided to let her face some consequences now. I have to agree that her remorse seemed to be genuine, but we didn't want to trust her again, so she had to leave the house anyway. She was forced to move in with a widowed friend after the month was up. Currently, she is working at Walmart to make ends meet. I really hope she doesn't try to scam them as well. She still calls and visits to beg us for mercy, but Ian is sticking to the no contact, and so am I. Abby and Felix have gotten even closer to us, and we are actually planning a trip together. So far, life has been good again, and I hope it remains that way.